Hey, g'day traders, Sam here, looking at Ethereum versus Bitcoin and looking at when to jump back in or flip from Bitcoin to Ethereum. And for almost there, I'm looking at the weekly chart. What you see is ascending channel, and now another one, ascending channel. What I have here is sideways movement, undecided, and in my opinion, this is a bull flag, and we're going to go up. And with the RSI on the weekly, I have a descending wedge, what looks like a descending wedge at this point, and the moving average on the RSI. So if on the weekly, if we break both these two levels, which is perfectly there, that will be a bullish sign in my opinion, and then we should be going up. What I have is basically a Fibonacci extension here to measure the height. So if we were to break this level, let's see, what we have is a wrong one. Just change the color. We have the 0.382. So if we were to break it, we need to break it from here. So there is a fair bit of resistance there. So if and when this breaks, and I believe this is what's happened. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So we're going to break up, and I'm imagining that each level will have its own resistance, and I'm seeing as the wave going up. And you can see along the way that's confluence with the 0.5 Fibonacci. The 0.618 is extending outside this channel, which means that it's overextended. And if it's a bullish or parabolic move similar to this, then it won't be surprising for it to break up. And if it's really parabolic, we'll hit the 200% on this pitchfork, and then we'll come back down. So we have that range to going through where we might have the luxury of seeing Ethereum overperform and then pull back down, and then we see our bear market and a change in trend. So in time frames, I've got no idea, but that's pretty much in 2020, 2022. But what I'm looking at here makes sense to me with Fibonacci levels, using the pitchfork. Like you can see how it just lines up. So yeah, it just lines up, doesn't it? And even that is a wedge over here. So I'm using the Polynex because it's got the most history and therefore it's most reliant. And this is my means of measuring. So let's look at the short time span. And what we need to do is split this and actually flip this back. Give me a sec, guys. And I'll move this chart backwards. And I'll just maximize this. And now look at the short time frame. And what we have here is pretty much a wick off. So I've got the top range. Let me change the color again. We've got the top, we've got the bottom, and we've got the wick off schematics. So what we have is we finished with this bottom section here. We did our last section here, and if anyone knows the what do you call it, the wick off schematics, you will know that this is the next stage. We might go here a bit of here before we go to the next stage, and what we have ultimately is pretty much a bit of a shakeout and then up. And this whole structure is a wick off schematics. And if you're not familiar with it, we also have, what's his name? Give me a sec and I'll have a look. What's his name? And it's something that you need to be familiar with. And his name is, I'll get it. You can see if I saved it. Oh, there we are. It's Stan Weinstein's approach as well. So Stan Weinstein's approach is pretty much what I use here, and keep on forgetting his name once in a while. But what we have now, realistically, is that we have this established this level as support, and I think we're done with it. I don't think it will come back down here. So Stan Weinstein's model, if you look at it, we will. So if you haven't done it by now, just I think you should wait for it to break above, retest, and then go up. But this is pretty much this level's been done, and this was support. That was the major resistance, and we've broken above it, and it's unlikely to come back down. Never know, never say never, but that will be a good entry point to flip, and that will go up. Otherwise, wait for the break above, the retest, and off we go. So on the small time frame, we have passed the 50%, and this is the daily. So we could potentially drip back and then up. So we passed the 50% level on the RSI, which means a change in trend on the daily, and that's what we have at the moment. So I'll leave it at that. Not much to add, but go along with Ethereum at these, or flip from Bitcoin to Ethereum at these levels, as I described. If you like this, please give me a like, a share, and a donation, and come and join my channel. You can see my signature. Talk to you